Good evening, everybody. How are we doing today? Well, I know how you guys are doing. We did a stream earlier this evening. And I thought that we could try something a bit different this evening. And it's not something we do very often. We're almost always playing games here. But we never take a moment to just sit back, relax, have a cup of tea, and let's talk amongst ourselves. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. We'll chill with some lo-fi in the background. Hopefully the music's not too loud, and hopefully I'm not too quiet. Or hopefully I'm not too loud and the music's too quiet. We'll find out how that goes. Just gonna post that this is live. There we go. Just gonna also post that in a couple of the other Discords and we can go with it. All right. So, this is a bit different. It's not something, as I said, it's not something we do very often. We don't take a moment to just sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice cup of tea. Even here in the UK, we don't take a moment of just doing absolutely nothing. No, we don't. We will occasionally, go see a friend and have a drink and have a chat, but today, we're going to be doing that in the comfort of our own home. Maybe you've got people next to you. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to tune in and listen to a guy ramble to himself. If you do have any suggestions on things to look at, say Discord, not Discord, Reddit threads and stuff like that, we can always take a look at those in here. Low quality content, but that's what we're doing this evening, low quality content. But it's chill. It's chill. And 1 second, I'm just going to debag my tea bag. There's only so long. I've got a chamomile tea because it's 20 to midnight here in the UK. So we're not going to be having a long one, but I thought I'd try a show. Let me just debag my chamomile tea bag. There we go. Oh, I did not think this one through. I haven't got anywhere to put it. But luckily, I have a bin right here. Don't know if you heard that. You probably didn't. It's going to be a little bit before I drink that, but you've always got to remember to stay hydrated, guys. But yes. As you can see, I did put the graphic together very quickly. I'm going to have to ask my designer to put a tea time with Dark thing together. So I think this could be quite good. Just a quick chat. I mean, we could do streams in the evening, take a break, have a cup of tea, and then go back to the stream. Or we can have a full-on stream like this one, where we don't actually do anything. It's nice. It's nice. So you're probably wondering why I wanted to do a thing like this, and well, I guess I do kind of like the videos and the streams where I'm just there talking to you guys, and I know that a lot of I haven't done a lot of stuff like that lately. There hasn't really been the opportunity, unfortunately. I've been struggling with a few things. And we're not going to get into that this evening, I don't think, but let's just say that I've not been streaming for a while because there's been a few things going on with me. But yeah, I do quite enjoy the sit down and talk. I know a lot of the videos when I do sit down and talk, they're basically the rants where I get antsy and angry and yelly and sweary, and I mean that's still probably going to happen in these. You know, the Tea Time with Dark thing is just an idea that came into my head, and maybe we can. It'll probably evolve before it hits a final point with what I'm happy with what it'll be. But I quite like the thought of just taking a moment and talking. I don't know. I think what you guys see on stream with me is a very enhanced version of me. A much louder, saltier, swearier. Well, I swear a fair amount outside of streams as well. Anyone who works with me would know that. But it's nice to remind yourself of who you actually are, as opposed, and remind you guys that there is a person behind the essential caricature. You'll notice that, I don't know if some of you may not notice, but with streaming in general and YouTube videos and even things like radio and obviously TV, but the people you see there, even when they're doing something live and it's them, it is them, but it isn't. So the whole thing about streaming, you'll notice I'm adjusting my music at the same time here. The whole thing about streaming is, typically speaking, you will crank an aspect of you up to 11. And that's just how it is. But a lot of people think that when they see their streamer, their favourite streamer or what have you, that what they're seeing... Oh, that's one. What they're seeing isn't quite that person. They're seeing an enhancement of that person, a caricature. And in some cases it's a bit of... it's quite therapeutic, actually, to take an aspect of yourself and crank it to 11. But I think some people forget that that's exactly what it is. It's cranking an element up. So I guess for me, I don't know what you guys think, but I think I come off probably a little bit more... Would I say extroverted? Is extroverted the word? I'm not sure, actually. Do I come off more extroverted? I'm not sure. I know it was a bad time to do this stream, because I think a lot of my viewer base in general is offline at the moment. So it's a bit of a bad idea to do it, but who knows? Maybe someone out there will tune in. And at the moment, I guess I can just take this as a off the cuff. I guess you could call it a rant video. I'm probably gonna load this to YouTube as well. We'll see what I get out of this, but I think this will be quite good. Get an idea of the real me. I think I've done a couple off the cuff and real videos before. I think I did a couple editing streams where I wasn't playing the character, I was just being me. But yeah, I think for when it comes to my stream, I'm probably more extroverted and outgoing than I actually am. I don't know, you can probably tell in the tone of voice right now that I'm not being as excitable or, you know, oh my god, look at that, that's amazing. You know, I'm not that in reality. Now, whether that's going to be a bad thing that the real me is somewhat more subdued and introverted than the caricature me is a good question. Whether that's a good thing or not. But only time will tell with that. But I've always made a point of remembering who I am and not losing myself in the character. And some people, it does kind of suck that some people do lose themselves in the character and they kind of forget of the person they are. And typically something will happen to point out the fact that they're not being who they are. But yeah, just remember that every stream is a caricature. No streamers are real. Well, as I say that, I'm here being real. So, but yeah, I probably should have come into this with some topics to discuss. But I know in some cases people can make a really good career at being real. Actually, I think is it Devin Nash on YouTube. Now I think even he puts it on a little. He cranks it up a little bit, but he seems to be more like himself than a fair number of streamers. But do remember, if you are wanting to get into something like streaming, if you want to get into streaming, there's a good chance that you'll end up cranking something to 11. Or playing some character that is entirely not you. I know that I'm still me when I stream, and I know that Gruffy is still Gruffy, and D is still D, and Deagle's still Deagle. So when we all stream, I guess Deagle's quite himself. But they don't really stream. They used to make loads of videos. We all used to make videos, a load of them, but... Just speaking of that, I would like to play some more games with Gruffy, thinking about it. We've not played together in a while, I think, because she went on to Apex and I went on, and we stuck with Destiny. Means we don't get to play over much, and I think the last time I played with Gruffy was... what? Overcooked? Was that the Overcooked stream that I played with her last? Must have been. Actually, that's a thought. A lot of the streams that I do record a local recording. Do I have Overcooked on it? I do! Oh, I need to edit that. Interesting. I need to edit that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm all over the shop with my talking points here. I was talking about being real in streams. I've been talking about playing games with Gruffy. Sorry. Next time I do this sort of thing, I'll have a list of talking points. And hopefully there'll be more of you guys tuning in. And we can make this a regular thing, whether we make it a couple nights a week or something. Just nothing crazy long. Because I don't think it's going to take me 2 hours to drink a tea. Especially nearing midnight on a Thursday night. But just a short thing every now and then to talk to you guys. Knowing my luck, this will be more popular than any of my other streams. People don't want to see salty dark, they want to see real dark. The British guy drinking tea, talking nothing, Actually talking nothing. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just talking into the wind. Hopefully I don't get vocal blowback. Oh. But yes, if you are drinking, make sure that you are not drinking something that's too hot that's going to burn yourself. And if you are drinking a not quite tea, you know, maybe it's got an ABV above 0 in the case of tea, make sure you drink that responsibly. Although, always remember to drink tea responsibly as well. There is a caffeine content in it. Don't be like that guy that ended up... what was it? 200 times? 200 times the recommended amount of caffeine that guy put in his protein shake or something, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. Yes, there's a limit to a lot of things. There's a limit to tea. There's a limit to alcohol. And various other things. But yeah. I am looking to get back into doing regular content at the moment. Hey, Daddy. You subscribed for 6 months. Wow. Thanks for the follow. Not follow. Thanks for the sub. Actually, I just realised that I haven't actually. Bear with me. MP rookie streamer. Hey, this is the sort of budget you expect, right? Now I leave. Bye. Okay, bye, Day. Thanks for tuning in for a second and derailing my train of thought. But that did remind me that I forgot one thing, and I don't have my Streamlabs alert. Interesting, I can only paste a reference, I can't paste a... Ah. Okay. So I'm just trying to organise a couple things here. So if I was to move that here, does that move it there? No. Good. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. How do I turn that off? Cool. Yeah. So I do want to get back into making more content. I think the issue is I'm not quite sure what I want my content to be. And I struggle finding the time and energy when I'm not doing my day job to come here or sit in front of my computer and actually record and edit something. And I think I'm fortunate with a lot of the stuff that I do game-wise. I play a lot of Destiny. I play a lot of Smite. I play some Forza. But it's always with Deagle and Joe and all the others. But for some reason, even though that's content that I could be making, I could be streaming the entire time we're doing the Destiny 2 resets or grinding something, like I did earlier with Forza, where I streamed us doing the reset stuff. I don't know why I don't do that more often, because that's quite low effort content to put out. But I'd like to edit pieces as well, like take the streams and condense them down to content. How much editing I'd like to do is anyone's guess, but I'd also like to do some actual recording, and I guess this would count as the actual recording, like a mini podcast, we could call this, or a talking head. I think it's talking heads, isn't it? It's not a podcast, because a podcast typically has multiple people, but a talking head, just me here, you play me in the background. You don't need to have the video up or whatever. You can be doing that right now. You don't have to have the video up. You can just have me with my sultry tones cranking into your ear holes with a cup of tea. There you go. I have to slurp it so you know that I'm drinking a tea. When I drink, you drink. But yeah, I do want to make some more of that content. I think the start is this. Do a talking head like once or twice a week. Talk about various things. Anything you guys have to talk about, you can talk about in chat. I always try and have a decent level of back and forth with chat. And I think, as much as I'd like to become a larger streamer, that's the difficult part when you think about it. There's a good spot as a streamer if you want to have chat interaction. And if you get too big, it's very difficult to have that interaction. And that's a shame. I think there are some streamers that have got too big, that have got bigger than they'd intended, and they're not able to interact with chat as much as they'd like. I mean, I don't want to have people donating money just so they can type in chat or have their message responded to by me. I don't think I'm comfortable with the whole idea of people throwing a lot of money. Here's a $50 donation, read my message and reply to it, please. What do you think of cake? I mean, that's not really a 50 quid question, is it? Or a $50 question. But yeah. To get back into making content as well, I did make a new YouTube channel fairly recently to go alongside my main YouTube channel. Which recently, it got renamed actually. A little while back. I managed to get Dark Eye 3 as the name. I'm no longer Dark Eye 3 Gaming, I'm Dark Eye 3. I don't know. Actually, let's find out quickly. I'm gonna. I don't wanna. Can I move the tab? No, I can't. Okay, we're probably gonna get a video of mine, but let's see. It does work. So yeah, if you go to Dark Eye 3 Gaming on YouTube, it does redirect to Dark Eye 3. Dark Eye 3 is now my actual YouTube name. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize that. But I did recently. Make a new channel, which is Dark Eye 3 Clips, and I think that's where I'm gonna, because I was watching a Dark Viper AU Q&A video, and he does some pretty interesting. He has some interesting ways of doing his content. Now, him and I are different in that his job is streaming games. That's his job. My job is different, and I do streaming and video stuff on the side, and that's why you don't see as much content from me as is ideal. Life happens. That's unfortunate, but the whole, he has questions that people pose in his stream, and he'll respond to them. So he's got two main channels as well. He's got his Dark Viper AU channel on YouTube, and he's got his Dark Viper AU Clips, which are both managed by him. But his AU one is more long-form edited content. And that's how I thought YouTube was. I thought there were two sides to YouTube. YouTube Shorts, which is the very short-form content. Think of it like YouTube TikTok. And then the YouTube we all know, which is the long YouTube videos, the longer YouTube videos. I think anything over a certain length is counted as long form content. But I didn't fully realize until he mentioned on one of his Q&A videos, which he edits on his main channel, that he actually has a successful clips channel. Now, there was a thing from Charlie recently, Moist Critical, or Penguin Zero, if you don't know his various names from YouTube, where he was saying that there's no money in short form content and there's no viewership for that sort of thing, which isn't YouTube Shorts. But it turns out that if your content, your clips, are over a certain length and you're consistent in the lengths, that there's a good chance that they'll appear in searches and recommended, and you can actually get a decent following from short form content. And I don't want to go down the routes of YouTube Shorts. I don't want to do... I really don't like TikTok. But I am quite interested in the idea of taking the clips that I would previously have edited into a 10-15 minute long highlight reel, and they would be low effort edits, which is those are what I have been bashing together behind the scenes, and I'm not really happy with releasing them in the editing content. But those short clips could be taken, because they're all about the right length to go into short form content. As long as they're over, I believe it's 30 seconds, they will appear in searches and recommendations. And I've been getting that a lot with some, and I'm probably exposing myself here with this, but I've been watching a fair amount of VTuber stuff. And there are two types of highlights. So you've got the long highlights, which are like 30 minutes or whatever. And then you've got the short highlights, which are like a small part of a stream between like a minute, 2 minutes. And I think there are some parts of my streams which would fit that sort of thing very well, where I can take a clip from my stream, I can cut it, and I can throw that straight onto the Dark Eye Free Clips channel and be done with it. Now, I don't know how I have to do with regularity. I don't know how regular my clips how regular they have to go up. Whether I have to put a clip daily, or whether I have to have multiple daily, or whether I want just 1 or 2 a week. I'll have to do some research on that. And I would have to stream to get to get said content. But I do have a fair amount of streams lying around on my hard drive now, which I can go through and start getting the ball rolling with clips, because there's a fair number. Even from some older streams, like my you'll see that I've kind of toyed with the idea before on my main Dark Eye Free channel, and I've toyed with it, but I've never really stuck with it. And you'll find that a lot of the videos on my main channel are kind of all over the place, and I feel like I need to, if I want to progress this sort of thing, I may get blinded by my airbrush reflecting some light here. Jeez. If I want to make any progress with any of it, I need to kind of standardize my areas. So I'm thinking for short form content, like I used to occasionally put on, I think I'll put that on the Dark Eye Free Clips channel. And the things like this, the VOD for the talking heads, like I'm doing now, I think they'll go on the main channel, along with random chat, random rant videos and stuff like that, along with my more edited content. So you'll probably see more content in the future on the Dark Eye Free Clips channel, just because it's a lot easier and a lot less effort on my part to do, but it's a chance to get my content out there. And I know that when it comes to, I'm going to move my window, I'm looking away all the time. When it comes to I've just lost my train of thought. Yeah, when it comes to how things are with me at the moment, in my life in general, I do think the lower effort. It sounds wrong. The lower effort things are probably a better way forward. And the only way to, and I want to grow on Twitch, but you can't really grow on Twitch using Twitch, if that makes sense. And it's something that seems counterintuitive, that if you want to grow on one platform, that you need to use another. But that's just the reality of Twitch. And Twitch in general, they have that new mechanism they've put in place that allows you and your viewers to promote you into the recommended tab or into recommendation emails to various users. But again, I'm not comfortable with people, including myself, throwing money at some sort of unreliable you may get promoted system. So I think instead the best thing for me to do is to do content like this, and when I do stream, in general, once I've finished the stream, take some time, find the bits that I thought were good, and chop them down and chuck them on the Dark Eye for Eclipse channel. And there's probably ways where you guys watching my streams could help out with that by doing clips. And I guess as I progress with Twitch and get more viewers, more clips will be available, which would make it easier for me to get more clips to load onto the Clips channel. And it'll get to a point where it's... And I think Twitch has some parts in its back end where you can see in the VOD where the clips were from, and you can take that and then use the timestamps to find them in editing software, which in my case I use Vegas. But I think that may be the way forward, to take clips from streams and put them up on the Clips channel and do videos like this, or do streams like this, because you need to be live. So I'll do live content like this and normal games, which probably will be less common. I quite like the talk show format, the talking head format. But then I can get clips, and I can get clips from this sort of thing as well. So while I'm still going to be uploading these things on the main channel, I could also get moments from these. Say we have an interesting thing to talk about or what have you, and I can use that and chuck it on the Clips channel as well. And as I make more content on those, find ways of promoting them. I think that's the biggest issue I've got. It's promoting my content in the relevant locations. I don't like going to... So say I was to go and randomly play Apex and make a video. Oh, I don't use the Apex subreddit, but I wouldn't feel that comfortable going to the Apex subreddit that I've never gone to and just going, hey guys, I've never posted here. None of you know me. I have literally not posted a single thing here, but here's my video. Go check it out. And I think I was comfortable doing that with my Smite content years ago. And that's because I was taking part in the community. I was doing Smite videos. I was an active member on the Smite subreddit. And I was doing Smite casting. So that's a bit different to going to a subreddit or community you're not a part of and then throwing your content at them. And in a lot of cases, it's not taken well. So who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you throwing this content at us? Go away. And I know some places will downvote you if you do that. Some places will actually ban you because you're not. I think it's like you need to have like 5 comments before, or 5 comments for every self-promotion post, or something like that. I believe I saw on one subreddit. Oh, excuse me. But I'll have to probably get over that if I want to promote myself and grow. But again, with the YouTube algorithm, it is possible to get lucky. Now I know that because I've been all over the place, it's been very difficult to get standardized. And I think that my main content is now just going to be these talking head moments and edited content. More effort content on that channel, I guess you could say. Low effort and high effort. It's a very weird way of looking at it. You do low effort and high effort. Low effort in the case of these just going up, but high effort in the case of full-on edits. And then the clips is all low effort, but high effort because I have to do the stream itself. But I'm not. I think the whole Let's Play thing. I still have some channels that I'm subscribed to on YouTube that do Let's Plays, and I'm pretty sure that Let's Play as a format went out of the window a while back. I'm pretty sure it did. I'm going to take a look at my... This is a tab I never look at on YouTube. And it's the subscription tab. And I'm just curious right now how many of the smaller content creators... You'll hear me clicking. You can't see what I'm looking at, but you'll hear me clicking. How many of the smaller content creators are still doing Let's Play? Now, I know that you get people like Vanoss and that lot who do their videos, but they're highly edited. I'm talking the whole like I had years ago, Let's Play Deus Ex Part 26 and stuff like that, where you don't really edit. You edit an intro, you edit an outro, and that is it. You don't do anything else. And by the looks, I'm only seeing bigger channels that upload a lot. I'm not seeing smaller channels. Yeah, it looks like a fair number of channels did a similar thing to me and just disappeared off the face of the earth. I was looking around recently about some of the like there was a couple series years ago, we're talking really early on in my YouTube career, where I was doing videos with a girl called, I think it was Jenna426 was her name, and we did some videos together as a collab because we were both about the same size YouTuber, but we didn't have much overlap in terms of subscribers, so we decided to do some content together, and it was some good content. I definitely enjoyed doing it. But I think they disappeared off the face of the earth, and I don't know what happened to them. It's a shame. And that's how it goes. A lot of people I've done content with at some point, we just all disappear. We all have, I don't know, reality hits. You find you have a career or what have you, and you don't get the chance to spend as much time doing this as you would like, and in some cases you throw in the towel altogether. And I think for a long period of time for me, I spent a lot of time umming and ahhing about various things. I'm just looking through my YouTube stuff now. So, yeah, I had the weird situation where I used to upload a lot of content. And then I stopped. For a while. So I think 2017. Yeah, so end of 2017, I stopped making content. And then randomly in 2018, I had some more content that I wanted to put out. And I put out 2 videos. And they were just live stream highlights, essentially. And then end of last year, I posted a new video, which was the Rockstar rant. And then I've not done anything since. So, regardless of what I don't give myself the opportunity to build up any momentum by not doing regular content. You need to do regular content to progress and grow in this world. In this YouTube and online content world. And without me realizing it, I've gone for 20 minutes talking about how things used to be and what I'd like to do. But yeah. Well, I said this wasn't going to be a long stream. My tea's going cold. I should probably finish drinking my tea. But I don't know about you guys, but I know I have quite enjoyed this format. And I think we can make this a common thing. It's finding the time in the grand scheme. And I know that for this sort of thing, I won't be able to be doing it at the time I'm doing it now. I've had this week off work. And the other half is visiting a sister tonight. So I've been able to stick out a bit later and do something different. What I might do is I'll have a look at a schedule for this sort of thing, where we'll just talk about stuff. And I think I'll put a list together of things that I can do, or things that we can talk about. And then if people in chat end up having a thing they want to talk about, there we go, we've got it. Well, I guess we can call this a talking head podcasty type thing with me. No character, just me, cup of tea, talking to you guys. Who knows, at some point this actually may be good enough content that we can have multiple cups of tea and do and have cake, tea and biscuits. Maybe we can do afternoon streams. I know that I would like to. Again, it's very difficult to do with my day job. And if I can find a way of doing these sort of streams in the afternoon, or maybe I know there's a time between when I finish work and when I actually cook dinner. Maybe I can do that instead of going off and playing Destiny or what have you. I can get on this grind and have tea time with Dark, because it's afternoon tea. So yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. An afternoon or two each week. We have a cup of tea and we talk. I like that idea. Hopefully you guys do as well, but I know it's a bit late and a lot of you guys are probably going to end up catching the VOD of this rather than the live, but I think being able to do the live and being able to do a recording of it and putting that up, they're both pretty cool. Cool. Well, my tea's done. Well, it will be in a second. Bear with me. Oh. Do not inhale your tea. Oh. Jeez. Well, Now that I'm busy drowning myself with tea, I'm going to call this one here. If you still have tea, I'd say, you know, it's been 40 minutes. You should probably have finished your tea. But yes, thanks for tuning in for something a bit different. Some rambling on my part. But I think I've set a few things straight in my head with this, and I think I know what I want to do, and I think I do quite like this format. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you are new, please do click that follow button. If you're seeing this on YouTube, do click that subscribe button. Throw it a like if you're on YouTube as well. Why not throw a Twitch subscription my way? Maybe some bits. Who knows? But yeah. Have a very good evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you may be. And I will see you all in the next tea time with Dark Guy 3. See you later, guys.